So, good morning, Mom Floor. Good morning to our beloved teacher, Mom Floor. So, my topic for this beautiful morning is all about Persian literature. But before going deeper to my topic, let us first see Persian traditional costumes and Persian casual outfits. So, I have here an example of Persian traditional costume, and as I go to the Google and find Persian costume, traditional costume, I saw that Persian people use this kind of outfit. So I really do my effort to find some outfit like this. And for Persian casual outfit, um, these are some examples of Persian casual outfit. And now let us proceed to the focus of Persian literature. So the literature of this period, however, is largely focused on religious matter because the Sasanians were in the process of committing the Avesta from an oral traditions to written form. So this inspired commentary on the written text to clarify various passages or entire sections of the work. So uh, the Persian literature is known for, before it is known for being the jewel in the crown of Persian culture. It has profoundly influenced the literatures of Ottoman Turkey, Muslim India, and Turkic Central Asia, and been a source of inspirations for Goethe, Emerson, Matthew, Arnold, and George Louis Borges, among others. So, as we go back here for the Persian focus of Persian literature, it says that Persian mainly focus on religious matter. So, as you can see, if you're going to go to the Google and search for Persian or Persian literature, you can see there they have a lot of statues like symbolism of being religious. The account Persian is symbolized of being a religious country, and then they are also known for being the jewel in the crown of Persian culture. So Persian literature, Persian literature is known before for um, is the jewel in the crown of Persian literature. It has profoundly again influenced the literatures of Ottoman Turkey, Muslim India, and Turkic Central Asia, and been a source of inspirations for Goethe, Emerson, Matthew, Arnold, and George Louis Borges, among others. So Persian literatures, it not just influenced one what we call this one country, but it influences many countries, and also it became an inspiration to many people as well. So now let us proceed to the characteristics of Persian literature. So classical Persian literature was produced almost entirely under royal patronage, whence the frequency of panegyric verse an influence of at least equal strength was religion, in the particular Sufism, which inspired the remarkably high proportions of mystical poetry. Classical Persian poetry is always rhyme. So, um, if we talk about poetry, Persian literature has have their own kind of poetry. Their poetry is always rhyme. So the words that they use for the poem, like that the words that they use for writing poem is always rhyme. So it says here that classical Persian literature was produced almost entirely under royal patronage, which the frequency of panegyric verse, an influence of at least equal strength was religion, and in particular Sufism, which inspired a remarkably high proportion of mystical poetry. So again, Persian literature is a religious, or they are a Persian country is a religious country, and Persian literature also involved religious matter. So let's proceed. So, what was the theme of the Persian literature? So, the theme of Persian literature is ethics and wisdom. The subject of morality is one of the oldest themes and Persian literature. So Persian does not only involve religious matter, but also Persian literature involve morality. Morality in Persian literature is one of the oldest theme in Persian literature, and many pahlavi or the text in Persian, especially in Andarznami, which goes back to the latest period of Sassanid dynasty and is written under the impact of Avestan texts or ethics, are the main subject. So wisdom, ethics, and morality are the theme of Persian literature. So now let's proceed to the father Persian literature. So when we say the father, it refers to uh, the first person who discovered Persian literature or write Persian literature. So Rudak often referred to as the father of modern Persian literature in 9th century Persian poet Abu Adala Rudaki in 858 CE to 941, is regarded as the first great literary genius of modern Persian, as the founder of Persian modern. Um, he is the founder of Persian modern classical literature. His name is based on his place of birth, the town of Rudak in Takikistan. So now let us proceed to the interesting facts about Persian literature or Persian Empire. The name Persian came from the people's original tribal name Parsua. So the longest reigning Persian was King Artaxerxes Artaxerxes II, who ruled 45 years from 404 to 358 BC. So third, the Persian culture held the truth in high esteem. So fourth, the capital of the emperor was the great city of Persepolis. So again, um, the name Persian came from the people's original tribal name, which is Parsua. Parsua. And the longest reigning Persian king was Artaxerxes II, who ruled 45 years from 404 BC to 358 BC. So the Persian culture held the truth in high esteem. The capital of the empire was the great city of Persepolis. So let's proceed to the what was the Persian writing called. So Pahlavi alphabet, as what I've said a while ago, Pahlavi is used as Persian alphabet. Pahlavi, also spelled Filive, writing system of Persian people that dates from early as the 2nd century BCE. Some scholars believe and was in use until the advent of Islam 7th century CE. The Zoroastrian sacred book, the Avesta, is written in variant of Pahlavi called Avestan. So now let's proceed. What did Persian invent? So the first invention of Persian literature was uh, pottery. The Persian people invented pottery, and later on, each civilization worked on its concept to get better results. Today, we are using potteries in its advance from its almost use field in our lives. We can say that all of the credits of inventing pottery goes to the Persian civilization. So the pottery that we use nowadays is first invented by Persian literature or Persian people. So who introduced modernism in Persian literature? So Nima Yushij introduced the modernism in Persian literature. Poetry remained a prominent form of literature in Iran through the early 21st century. Following various international trends in poetic expressions, many different schools of poetry further developed the modernist principles introduced by Nima Yushij. So now let's proceed to what is the meaning of Persian literature. Persian literature is also called as the body of writings in New Persian, or called Modern Persian, the form of Persian language written since the 9th century with a slightly extended form of the Arabic alphabet and with many Arabic loanwords. Before ending this topic, I will show you some video clips about Persian tradition, traditional dance, or Persian beliefs, Persian what call that cultures. I will show you some clips or video clips of Persian tradition, Persian beliefs, and Persian culture. And
Zarathustra, a man of great and essential importance for Persian and worldwide culture, was an ancient Iranian prophet who established mankind's first monotheistic religion called Zoroastrianism. In the academic world, he is considered to be the first philosopher in history. The legacy of Zarathustra stretches as far back as 4,000 years and has profoundly influenced world religions and philosophers throughout history up until today.